I'm sure you've noticed a movement growing in the digital world today. Things are happening that would have been unthinkable just a decade ago, when political correctness first came to the internet and we saw the rise of people getting offended and canceled culture, shutting down anyone who spoke out. The so-called red pill movement seemed almost impossible, but things seem to be getting better. Look at how fast Andrew Tate became well known. His message is liked and agreed with by millions of people. You don't get such a big following overnight. If men weren't begging for this kind of content, now is the time to build on the growth and keep the momentum going. Andrew Tate is not alone. Jordan Peterson has also been giving talks to young men for a while. But more controversial people like Tate have caused thousands of men to share the message. I'm not talking about the bad things that the news likes to talk about. Those guys just changed the meaning of the terms red pill and manosphere. At the edges of every movement, there will always be extremes. I'm talking about the message that tells men how to understand female nature for their own mental health while using their masculinity to do great things, be better, and expect better things from life. Now, if you've been involved in the movement for a while, you probably knew this would happen. But I'll tell all you new guys why this movement has been so popular around the world, especially with young men. People used to only talk about the red pill in remote parts of the internet, where it was mostly seen as a Western movement. But streamers who were more outspoken picked up on the main message and began to share it. The videos spread quickly, and men from all over the world started to relate to what was being said. It was the wake-up call we all needed, a simple message or guide for men to live by. Most men have been afraid to say what they really think in the past because they didn't want to be mislabeled or canceled. Men these days are often told instead of asked how they should feel and think. So this movement has struck a chord with a lot of men and given them the courage to speak up. Now, men from all walks of life are finding out, and they know we're not just worker drones to be exploited and undervalued. So, they agree with what is being said. But the most important reason for the movement's success is that it's just a simple guide that a lot of guys can understand. There's no need for complicated books on personal growth. It's a movement that's based on facts. Everything is based on personal experience and better knowledge of how people work. It's not like other political movements because it has a goal and isn't trying to lead a lot of people to some crazy place where they don't belong. Over time, the world has become more focused on women and their needs. This has been a good thing in some ways, but when one side has too much power, the pendulum always swings too far in the other direction. In the world we live in now, everything feminine is good and everything masculine is bad. You only have to watch a modern movie or TV show to see this. Men are always shown as stupid, weak, lost, or bad, while women are always shown as strong and in control. Even movies made for men don't have enough strong male characters. This has left a generation of young men confused and unsure of what it means to be a man. Men need strong role models. We need to know what it means to be a man and to be strong. We need to realize that being masculine is good. It's not dangerous. Men today are very different from our fathers and grandparents. We are not battle-hardened. We become easygoing and weak. Men need adventure and challenges to put us to the test and help us grow. We need to accept and learn to control the monster that lives inside us. All men find greatness in this space between. Young men want to know what to do. They need help making the change from boys to men. But because this has been going on for so long, it's not just young men. Older men are also lost and need someone to guide them. Women say they want men who cry in front of them and share their feelings. But when they do, they break up because she no longer likes him. If you believe what people say about what women want, you find out quickly, and sometimes the hard way, that they are walking contradictions. The red pill movement is where all of these men can connect with each other and learn from each other. Men are finally waking up to the fact that the system has been set up against them, and that the traditional message to go to school, get a job, get married, buy a house, and have kids is broken. Most of all, it's about helping young men see that being masculine is a good thing that should be celebrated. And if he believes and understands this, it will get him out of his rut and show him how to be more stoic, to focus on something more important than just looking at girls all day, to learn what women are really like and how to deal with them in a way that works for both men and women. We don't hate women, we love them. But you need to work on yourself first. If you're not ready, or if you give too much of yourself too quickly, you could break or lose everything. If society as a whole doesn't get this message yet, it's even more important that you do for every young man who wants to do something better with his life and make his ancestors proud. It is important to spread this message and keep it upbeat. It's easy to get angry or upset, but we don't want to give the mainstream media talking points or fuel they can use against us. Let's hope that the movement starts to be talked about in a good way in the future. To help us, please watch this video. Please subscribe and send this video to anybody you think will benefit from it the most.